Hi muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day or night or whatever time you're watching this at. I always say I hope you're having a great day, but you could be watching this in the evening or nighttime. Either way, I appreciate you being here for today's video, and I'm very interested to see the discussion that happens from the video today. And this is actually something I haven't seen anybody talk about. Like, I'm surprised there's not so many videos on this. I'm surprised there's not so many tweets about this. I'm surprised there's not... And I think it's just that sometimes we get so much information at a period of time. So for this, that would have been when Shane was getting cancelled. Like, we have so much information about Shane that if other stories had broke within that time, a lot of people either didn't pay as much attention to them as what they should have, or they've kind of forgotten about them because they're thinking of 100 different stories that happened at that one time. And I think that that's what's happened right now. So we're gonna get into it, and we're definitely gonna need Allegedly Bear for this video. So I know he's in retirement right now, but he's gonna come out of it for today's video because it's quite intense. Also, before we get into today's video, I want to remind you that I'm doing daily videos on my second channel. It's called More Adam McIntyre. It'll be linked below. Go check it out if you want to. And also, go request to join the Muckers private Facebook group. If you're seeing this, I will be accepting people for a couple hours after I post the video, and then again tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get everyone on there. So go request to join, and we're going to get into everything. So, I saw this from Shane Dawson. He put this on his YouTube community and also had put it on like his Instagram. So it's this picture of him and this man. Now, any alarm bells going off? Anyone in the audience recognizing who this individual is right here? Correct. Hopefully you answered. It is Dawson Smith. Now, this is a guy who was actually featured on Shane's channel a lot whenever Shane was daily uploading. So Shane used to upload like a lot throughout the week, and then there would be a slot where one day a week, for every single week, he would bring people on his channel to upload for him, basically, and they would have a slot to upload. There was Alexis Gzol. Do people remember that name? Is that a blast from the past? And there was Dawson Smith. Now, he was known as, like, the emo guy that uploaded on Shane's channel, and he did it for a good few years. And, you know, Shane stopped that with, like, Alexis Gzol and Dawson Smith, and I think there were other people. Like, he stopped that maybe a couple years ago, and he kind of just... It was whenever he was making the shift to the documentary, you know, style filming, all that bullshit that he talks about. But anyway, so if you know who this is, then I'm going to explain. And if you don't, then I'm going to explain as well. But anyway, Shane did this post, and they haven't really engaged with each other since Shane had him on his channel. I mean, they haven't really crossed paths since that, so there's been no real mention. But Shane did bring him to everyone's attention again when he posted this picture and wrote this. Big announcement. Starting 2023, the podcast will be weekly. Thank you, Dawson Smith, for editing today's podcast. I'm so grateful that we met back in 2008, and I'm so excited to continue working with you and your new company, Triangle Face Productions. Shitty name. It's a really shitty name. In 2023. So he's saying that they're now going to be launching, working together full-time again. Hope you guys are enjoying the new episode. I'm so excited I might puke, but in a good way. So, we're going to go back to the picture. Now, here's where things get very bad. So, Shane is now reintroducing Dawson Smith to his audience. Now, the last time that Shane Dawson did that, this is what happened. Let's get to it. So, we have this article, Dawson Smith Drama Explained. YouTuber breaks his silence on the allegations. Now, I'm going to pull up, very much so a time of the age kind of thing, a Def Noodles thread. Y'all know how I feel about Def Noodles, but anyway, this was whenever he was, you know, actually giving the news instead of just being a fucking dickhead. Serious. Content warning, grooming, P-word. Several have came forward with stories against YouTuber Dawson Smith of having alleged inappropriate contact with minors. Allegedly. One former fan says Dawson had sexual conversations with them when they were 12. Another alleged that Dawson is a P-word. So, we have this following a YouTuber since I was 12. So, by the way, these timelines are all being introduced from when Shane had him on the channel. All these people, the ages match up, that Shane Dawson was the one that introduced, you know, this man to this audience that are having these allegations against him. Now, Shane Dawson in that situation should have just distanced himself from him and made a statement and denounced him. So Shane not only didn't do that, but is now reintroducing him to his new audience of even younger children now, because he's family friendly now, Shane is. He's reintroducing this person who has all of these allegations against him to that audience, his previous audience, were the ones that spoke out against, and no one's calling Shane out for this? Because Shane also has his own fucking... Alright, we'll not go there. But allegedly, Bear, he whispered to me to stop before I get sued. Anyways, so, back to this Deaf Noodles thread. Oh, my goodness, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Where did it go? Hello? Oh, there you are. Welcome back. So, following a YouTuber since I was 12, he puts his Snapchat on Twitter at night to talk to fans. He accepts my friend request. He shows me he's hard in the same room with his best friend I grew up watching. Only messages me to talk gross. Finds out he has a girlfriend. Then we have this.
No hate.
Someone said, I wonder if he does talk to minors though. Waiting until someone turns 18 is just as creepy. I'm just saying you could help others by coming forward.
To this comment right here, I just kind of want to talk about why I've been like torn about like saying who this is. Because the only reason I've even thought about him is I saw one of his videos on my For You page. I was like, holy shit. This was a YouTuber that I'd been following since I was 12. His entire fan base is young girls. Because he was cute, and like the only thing I'm going to say is he's emo. And I
Good job, Shane, for reintroducing to the audience after being aware of said allegations. Congratulations, Shane, for being the worst person fucking ever.
Because he had put his Snapchat up on Twitter late at night and said that it was for any of his fans who he wanted to talk to. He was bored. Whatever, motherfucker. And so we talk, and not really talk, like, you know, he hits on me, and, like, he's like, oh, I'm, like, hard in the room with the guy I used to film videos with, and it was just very, like, kind of childhood ruining, because he was, like, my first crush ever, and to know that he was totally comfortable using me, but, like, is that wrong? That's where it comes in, like, is that necessarily...
Okay, so we have that one, and the thread continues. Nathan Owens, who was good friends with Destry Smith and part of the channel, shares the reason that he abandoned the channel and stopped being friends with Destry Smith. Here we go.
All these other people that have experiences with stuff like this happening. I'm not out for blood here, and I don't want to cause more damage than what's already been done, but there's a quote that goes, the only thing necessary for evil to win is for good people to do nothing. I've been friends with Destry since 2003, and I stopped being friends with him in 2017. So basically, I've known him for 14 years. I can't really speak about things that he's done.
Hear that, Shane? Someone who's been friends with him longer than you have? Oh my god, I met him back in 2008. And they're dropping him because of allegations? But you're not only not going to do that, but you're going to reintroduce to your audience as a celebration that he's back. And nobody is talking about this. Nobody is talking about this.
People, because it's not my place to bring up potentially traumatic experiences for other people. But what I can tell you is why I personally quit being his friend. And again, there is so much more than just this one thing that happened. So the story involves me, Destry, his girlfriend at the time, Amber, and Evie Davis. So in 2017, I became friends with Evie, and shortly after that, I told Destry that I was interested in dating her. And what Destry had told me was that he broke up with his girlfriend Amber and was already dating Evie. And he was telling his girlfriend Amber at the time that the only reason he was talking to Evie was because he wanted to hook her up with me. Long story short, I contacted Amber, who was out of state visiting her parents, and I asked her how her and Destry were doing. She told me that he was telling her that he missed her and that he couldn't wait for her to come home. And that's when his whole web of lies came crumbling down. As for the other things that he's done, I've met a handful of people who have shared their experiences with me. And I think that the sad and scary thing is that we've probably only scratched the surface of the things that he's done. Anyways, after all that happened, I was just so disgusted by all of the lying and the cheating that I have not spoken a single word to Destry since. I also want to say that my heart goes out to all the people who have been affected by him. Trust me, I know how it feels. Leaving my best friend of 14 years was probably one of the hardest things I had to do, but it was a choice I had to make to be in integrity with myself. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to everyone listening.
Okay, so there we had his friends also speaking up. And again, the friend goes on. One of Destry Smith's former fans recounts how she discovered him when she was 12, 13 and started messaging him. She also alleges that Destry is a P-word.
By saying that if you haven't seen this tape.
So, I really didn't ever want to come forward about this because every time I wanted to, I just felt
this is now multiple
so many
people.
Emotions and so many traumatic memories surface. And for a long time, I really held on to hope that he was a good person deep down and that he just made mistakes and that he would change. And then some friends of mine, some good friends of mine, basically came forward to me and told me about a lot of other things that he had done. And it just kind of solidified the fact that he's a fucked up person and he has been a pedophile. I don't know if he still is a pedophile, but he has definitely been one. And I can't live with the fact that he still has such a huge platform and so many people have been affected negatively by him, and there seems to be no
So I'm sure your reaction to these videos is what mine is right now, and if it isn't, why not? But to know all of this, and Shane knows all of this and more, how fucked up of a person does Shane need to be to publicly endorse this even more? And not even like endorse it even more. Shane and Destry haven't even publicly really been friends for years, so why is he going out of his way now to make sure his audience know exactly who he is, and they're working together, and are you loving him, and la 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 la, isn't it daisies and roses? Shane Dawson has shown time and time again that he is not capable of the platform that he has in many different ways. What was that? Allegedly.
Retribution or no repercussions on his career, and it's fucked up. Part 2 is coming soon. So, just to confirm, to anyone wondering, when I was 13, I discovered Destry, or I was probably 12, and when I was 13, I started messaging him on Twitter, and he started replying. And we exchanged, like, flirty messages, and then I sent him like nudes and stuff, like pictures of my butt. And then I eventually, like a month later, I think I told him, I feel bad, like I'm actually only 13 or 14. I think I lied and said I was 14. But still, it doesn't matter if I was 13, 14, or 15. It's fucking disgusting for a 20-year-old man, to receive nudes from a teenage girl. Not an 18-year-old girl, a fucking child. And to offer to fly me out, to stay with him, to have sex with him. I wasn't gonna be there to fucking play Jenga.
Oof. Oh, it's just getting worse. It's getting worse. Okay, so here we have the rest of it.
So I thought that I was special to him. I thought we were, like, on our way to boyfriend-girlfriend, and I had fantasies, like, I had watched him for so long that I would, like, stare at his face and just be like, oh my god, I want to marry him, I want to be with him, I want to be, like, the one girl that's so special that he chooses me.
And I don't want to hear any of y'all blaming the 13-year-old in the comments. And if you do, you're getting blocked.
We live happily ever after together. Anyways, so I started to think that this is where this was going. No. Because I went on his Twitter and his likes and I started finding other girls that were making it seem like he was in a relationship with them. And upon further investigation and talking to these girls, they were like, oh yeah, he went to a carnival with me and kissed me on the Ferris wheel just last week. And they were 15-year-old girls! Oh my god, it's so disgusting. Yeah, part 4 coming. This will be the last video that I make on TikTok about this. I will make a full extended YouTube video. And I'll link it somewhere here. But yeah, Long story short, I was not the only one. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of young girls who have been used, exploited, and groomed by Destry because of his presence and because of his power and his influence that he's accumulated. And I'm really grateful for Nate. Thank you, Nate, for making your video, because if you wouldn't have, I probably would not be expressing this and sharing this to the public like I am. I've always felt like I needed to do it, and your quote about like good people standing by is what allows evil people to do what they do. And I never want to believe anyone's evil, but honestly, pedophilia is pretty fucking evil. To anyone who has been a victim, I stand with you 100%, completely. I'm here for you.
Okay, so we have that one, and again, the thread continues that basically Destry was basically like silencing himself and silencing people from being able to reach out to him. He was privating all of his accounts. So anyway, back to this article, it talks about the fact that Destry actually responded to said allegations, again, after, you know, going mute on social media. It says, the drama around Destry started after a couple people on TikTok came forward on February 13th and alleged that the YouTuber accused the YouTuber of inappropriate behavior. To add to this, Nathan Owens, who was once friends, also broke his silence on why they're no longer friends. Nathan refused to comment on the allegations, but did reveal what went wrong between them. He stated that Destry has been caught multiple times in a web of lies. Nathan explained that he liked the girl, so basically what we had talked about, and then Destry talks about the social media allegations. On March 13th, Destry took to his YouTube channel to break his silence on the allegations. The YouTuber explained he hoped the video would reach an actual audience and not just the people that want to see him fall. Again, the appropriate reaction whenever you're addressing allegations. Speaking about the allegations, he says, I'm aware of the allegations people have made against me, and what I can say is, while I can't agree with some of the things, please keep note of the wording here, people are saying about me, I'm also not completely innocent. I just want to say that nothing is completely black and white. I think that says everything, right? I think that's allegedly, I think that says everything. There's two sides to every story, especially the ones that I can take personal responsibility for. He continued, what I can and will admit is that I used to be a terrible person. I was a big piece of shit. I have been very vocal about the fact that I was a big piece of shit. Destry also admitted that he was a liar, a cheater, and a giant man whore. In the past. Okay. I'm gonna forget that it says that. I tried to see multiple women at the same time. I was a terrible friend as well. But do I think that I am any of those things anymore? No, I'm not. Oh, the Shane Dawson approach of, I'm not that person anymore. Alright, Destry went on to apologize for his past mistakes. He requested his followers and fans to communicate if there's anything he does to make them feel uncomfortable. After doing it for... After allegedly doing it for years and years. Great. My brand is sexual jokes. My brand is weird, creepy humor. It has always been that way, and it's who I am, and it will always be who I am. Okay. So, I think we know why him and Shane get along so well. This is so... fucked! This is so fucked! People like this should never be allowed on the internet again! And fuck you, Shane Dawson, for having the audacity to be like, my baby's back, my baby, wee-hee, wee-hee, wee-hee. Like a year after these allegations came out. And he addressed the allegations. Fuck you, Shane Dawson. This is like, I try to make these videos as balanced as possible, but why would I do that when there's people on this platform that have actively exposed their audience to dangerous people, know about it, and then do it again? Oh my goodness. Courtney Courtney Cox, 57, leaves home without makeup and we're all in shock. Now, I love Courtney Cox. She posted this because it was like one of those photoshopped pictures, like she's doing it as a joke. Ugh, the tabloids are the worst. That is, my goodness, what, these clickbaits are so silly. How much is Will Smith worth? 3 hours ago. How to get McDonald's. Ooh, I did want to see this sorry, I'm getting off topic here. I need to get off this page. So this was the video he posted. So keep in mind, wee-hee! BFF's back together! He's working on the podcast and we're going to be making content all next year! Wee-hee-hee-hee! Shane Dawson! What? Big announcement! I'm so excited! Thank you, Destiny! You're back! I'm so grateful we met! I'm so excited to work with you again! Wee-hee-hee! I'm so excited I might puke! Wee-hee-hee-hee! In a good way! Hee-hee-hee-hee! What the fuck is wrong with you? Why is nobody talking about this?
So I understand that some of you won't accept that answer, and if this is where we say goodbye, I understand. Just know that I feel blessed to have been in your life at all. But to those...
Cringe! I'm sorry I was called out for all these different allegations, but thank you for allowing me to be in your life. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
...continue to grow with me. Just know that I will continue to distance myself from the piece of shit that I used to be. I have been, and I will continue to strive every day to be the best version of myself. And as I said, if I ever slip up or you feel like I fail, communicate that with me. Also, really...
I'm sure you'll send a dick pic back! Oh. Allegedly send a dick pic back! Thank you. Still in retirement, saving me these lawsuits. Phew! I don't know what I did without you.
Quick, I do want to say I disabled comments on this video simply to...
Well, there you go. Tells you everything you need to know. Congrats, Shane. People forgot about Destry Smith's allegations that you're able to be his friend publicly again. Congrats to both of you. Congratulations. This is so fucked up. I hope people talk about this more. I'm not saying that I hope that this video does that, but I hope people start remembering what we've been told about people, and when people have spoken up about things that have happened to them, we remember instead of just allowing it to be like a week by week shock value story, and apply it moving forward. Now that we know that Shane is choosing to introduce him again to his new, younger audience, we can remember what happened when he introduced him to his audience last time. I'm gonna have to end the video now, or else I will start screaming more. So I'm gonna end the video in a smile, because that's better than screaming. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my second channel. Join the Facebook group. And I have no further comment. Look, I'm smiling. I'm ending the video in a happy way. Well done, Shane. Well done, Destry. Good job. Good job. And good job, the social media platforms, for allowing this to happen. Good job. Good job. Bye! Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Alright, I love you, muckers. Bye.